Hi, this is Danny from Danny'sDesigns.com, and today I wanted to show you how I made this little bag. I made this using the gift bag punch board that we have. The top comes off and you can put a gift in there and then slide the top back on like that. Now the inspiration came from a bag that I made a couple years ago. Stampin' Up used to sell a die, a big shot die that basically did a similar type of bag, and I made this one using that, and this one came with a cute little scallop top, and then I made another one that went over the top. And I don't think I ever made a tutorial for this one, so I thought that I would go ahead and do that for you now. So to start with, you're going to need a couple of pieces of paper to make the bag. This piece is a piece of 5 inches by 11 inches. This is Melon Mambo. And this is our new English Garden Designer Series paper. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And this is 3.5 inches by 11. And then you're going to need some scraps, of course, to do all the scallops and everything at the front of the bag. I have Night of Navy, Blushing Bride, and Melon Mambo for that. Okay, so to start with, we're going to use our Melon Mambo piece of paper along with our gift bag punch board. Take out the stylus. Okay, I'm going to line up the edge right here with the start line. Give it a press. And then do our horizontal score line. Now the horizontal score line starts here, but the cardstock goes all the way over, so I like to take it all the way over and finish that score line off. Okay, so lining that back up, and this one is going to be a medium bag. Bring that line down. So now the line we just scored, we're going to line it up with a little tab right here. Again, we're going to press. Mine's being stubborn today. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go across the horizontal line, come down the side, and since this is a side, we need to do this line right here and the triangle as well. Okay, slide this line all the way over, line it up with the start line. Go ahead and give this a press. There we go. I just don't have a firm surface that I'm working on. It's much easier to punch than that. And then I have my medium right here. Slide that on over. We're going to do our other side. Come across the top here. Since this is a side, we're going to do the side gusset. Line down here and both of the triangle pieces. Slide it one last time. We're going to light up this score line with the start line and one last press. Okay, now we can go ahead and set this aside for right now. Let's go ahead and assemble this. I'm going to go ahead and miter that edge right there and right there. And I'm going to go ahead and fold it on all these score lines and burnish it. Not going to worry about the sides with the triangle lines. Once the box or the bag is put together, those will fall into place. Okay, now we need a little bit of our fast fuse down this side tab. Fold this over and these should line right up. Okay, and for the inside of the bag, I want to add some fast fuse on this little piece across here, and I need to do this side as well. Okay, so we're going to fold in the two side pieces, then this one that has the adhesive on it, and then last this one. Okay, take the bone folder and you can push those down into place. And now you can do your side gussets and just give it a little squeeze and those will fall right into place. Okay. And for now we can set this piece aside because now we're going to do the top of the bag. So for that you're going to need your scoring tool, your piece of Designer Series paper. And for Designer Series papers you always want to use the larger rounded edge, not the fine one. This won't cut holes through the paper. So you want to score it at 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, and then 8 1/2, 9 1/2, and 10.5. Okay. Fold this way, and now I have the two, it's hard to see here, but I've got 1, 2, 3 score lines in a row. So the first one wants to be folded this way. The next one is going to be folded back out. And burnish that. And then come back this direction for the next one. And the reason why is because that's going to be the side of our bag, so it's going to make a little M shape. Okay, same with this one. This direction, that direction, and back. Okay, so we're going to use some adhesive to put this together, but first, actually, I want to punch the holes that the ribbons need to go through. So for that, I'm going to come back to our gift bag punch board, and I'm going to line up the score lines with this little tab right here in the punch. Okay, so first I do need a hole over here, so I'm going to line up the edge of the paper with that, and then give it a punch. Okay, come over here. Now here's where I have 3 score lines in a row. You go to the first score line, press. See, the punch is much easier to use. Skip the next one and go to the third one, line up that score line and press. I just don't think I had a good angle on that one. Here's the next score line, skip the one in the middle and do the last one. Okay, and we're done with the holes. So now we're going to use some fast fuse on this little 1/2 inch section over here. Press it into place. Okay, and now I have a piece, an 18-inch piece. This is our Melon Mambo satin ribbon. This is absolutely gorgeous ribbon. So let's see, where's my seam? Seam is right here, so that's going to be the back. So press these together. Go in one side, come back around the other. Make those even and make sure your ribbon is laying nicely. Give it a tie, and whenever I tie bows, they end up upside down, so I just turn my cardstock upside down, and that way the bow ends up right way around. Okay. Let's make that a little nicer here. There we go. Okay, now that we're done with this piece, it's time to add it to the bottom of the bag. So grab that, make sure you have the seam in the back. And I found it's easier if you put these 2 points inside one edge. And then bring these points up and around. And then just slide it down. You can leave it up high, you can make it a taller bag, or you can press it down and make it a little bit shorter. It's completely up to you how you want to do that. And now it's time to decorate the front of the bag. Okay, so for that I have a few punches that I want to use. I've got the Melon Mambo, and I have my 2 3/8 inch scallop circle punch. I'm going to punch one of those out. Next I have my 2.5 inch circle, and I'm going to punch this out of Night of Navy. There we go. I've already punched out, this is also out of the English Garden Designer Series paper. I punched this out with our little 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I've got a scrap of Blushing Bride, and I'm going to punch out this butterfly. This is the Elegant Butterfly Punch. And last but not least, I want to cut out one of the flowers. This comes from the Floral Framelit set, and I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this using the Big Shot. Okay, I cut that out. I'm going to go ahead and pop that out of the cardstock. Okay, and now it's time to start sticking all these layers together. And for this, I used basically a bunch of dimensionals. So let me add a couple to the back of this one. I use dimensionals between all of the layers. Okay. So I'm going to press my 2.5-inch circle into the center of the flower. Next is my Melon Mambo scallop circle. And then my designer series paper. Okay, for the butterfly, of course, I'm going to add some rhinestones. And I'm going to go ahead and cut 3 of those. Oh, let's try this one. Okay. Put those down the center of the body. I'm going to fold up the wings like that. And then I'm going to take a glue dot. Let's see, where's my piercing tool? There it is. And I'm going to get one of these and fold it in half. Okay. And then push that right into the middle. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a couple more dimensionals. Now for this, you only want the dimensionals on the top half so that you can slide this on and off. If you put dimensionals down here, your bag won't be able to open unless you untie it at the top. So I'm going to take 2 more dimensionals. Put those here and here. Remove the backing, and I want my butterfly at a little bit of an angle. So I'll put it like that and press it into place, and my bag is all done. What do you think? I hope you like that. If you want to order any of the supplies to make this, I have a link to my website below. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks so much for stopping by.